there, it's Leah Ingram, founder of the Suddenly Frugal blog. A couple of days ago, I had the opportunity to do an interview with Erin Chase, founder of the $5 Dinner Mom blog and author of 3 cookbooks by the same name. I happened to get one of her cookbooks, and tonight for dinner, I'm trying out one of her frittata recipes. So come along as I make breakfast for dinner. Erin's frittata recipe in her cookbook is pretty specific. There's one that's bacon and spinach. There's another one that's zucchini and tomato. Currently, I do not have any of those ingredients, but what I do have are fresh ingredients from my garden. We have hot peppers, a squash, it's a patty pan squash, and then I also have an onion, which I did not grow in my garden, but I got at the supermarket. Some frozen broccoli, because I do not have any fresh from the garden. And then other items that I had already stocked up on when they were on sale, that would be eggs and shredded cheese and milk. So cooking a frittata is actually a 2-step process. First, you need to saute the vegetables in hot oil so that they get nice and soft. This is going to sizzle. There go the onions. You can see I jumped back. So the next step in the process is to get all the eggs into the bowl. Got about a dozen right there. And whipping it up. See, the dog approves. See? Dog approves of the frittata. So the next step in making a frittata is you're actually supposed to put the eggs in with the vegetables, cook it in the pan, and put the pan in the oven. I haven't decided yet if this pan is safe to do it. The cookbook said you should use a cast iron skillet. I know this is not a cast iron skillet. So I'm tempted to transfer it all to a baking dish so that I not only don't ruin my dinner, but I don't ruin my pan. So I'm supposed to let this cook for a few minutes until the edges gel, and then it's in to the oven it goes. Can't forget to add the cup of shredded cheese. Here's where we get to the personalization of the frittata. So my husband likes hot peppers, I do not. So here are some fresh hot peppers from the garden, which I will happily put on his side of the frittata. And I will continue to personalize the frittata, since I'm not a fan of the hot pepper, by putting a vegetable that I am a fan of, which is broccoli. He, not so much. Okay, it's time to set the timer. The recipe says to cook it for 12 to 15 minutes, but as you can see from the circulating thing, I have a convection oven. I have found that things tend to cook on the lower end of what a recipe says. So I'm going to put the timer on, and I'm going to set it for 12 minutes only. Okay, it's judgment time. Let's see how our fresh garden vegetable, hot pepper, broccoli, squash, onion, frittata turned out. Didn't want to talk with my mouth full of food. It's pretty good. I'm thinking the next time I'm going to cut up some potatoes and add it to it. I would highly recommend the Frugal frittata in the $5 Dinner Mom cookbook. This is Leah Ingram from Suddenly Frugal. I'm off to eat dinner.